standing out there fighting no motherfucking body. I'm on Iran side. I'm on their motherfucking side. Fuck the U.S. I don't give a damn.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Dave Show. We've got a great episode for you today. It is going to be a little bit different from the normal format that we usually do. At a suggestion from @NomiVu, she said that maybe we should switch up the blocks just a little bit and put the lib zone, the very first block you see, so it becomes the A block. And then we will then have the news and nuts for the B block, with, of course, the detox being the last block of the show. So we're going to try this format, this new format, for, I don't know, the next several videos, see how it does, see if people like it better. So let's stop talking. Let's get to it. Let's do it. All right, my friends, it is time. We have a lot of lefties losing it, unhinged as always. So let's jump into that liberal pool of madness head first. Sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the lib zone.
So I'm really proud of this piece.
Oh, beautiful.
126 pieces, 12 by 12. 1 week of work.
1 week?
You, Elon.
Wow. Okay, the workmanship was impressive, but it is amazing that Elon is living rent-free in so many people's heads across America.
Now, if you really want to get the ice agents with glitter,
Yeah? Well, I don't know, I guess.
you do the actual smart thing
Oh, okay, what's that?
and dumping it into the vents of their van.
Oh, well, obvious. So
Right
obvious
where the
now.
windshield is, there's
Yeah.
HVAC vents. You dump the glitter in there, they go to turn on their HVAC, and it'll freaking spray them with glitter.
Of course. So obvious.
There's another tactic y'all can use with the glitter too. Dump it in the vents just below the windshield of their vans.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
I just found out that the US dropped bombs on Iran today. I found out through a TikTok from someone else on here, and then I went and looked up the news story on NPR myself, and I know I haven't made a post today, but I don't know what this means for us or what is going to happen from here, but joining another Middle Eastern conflict is just not something we really need right now, especially with all the trial and turmoil going on at home. I just hug your loved ones a little tight today, because things are about to get real crazy, and we all know where this ends up. We're gonna be in another war here any day now. We're going to send more of our soldiers off to fight across seas again, and who knows, maybe this time it won't stay overseas and we won't be safe. That is my biggest fear with any of these scenes of war possibly happening. Take a deep breath, hug your loved ones, pet your animals, try to disconnect, but I found out through a TikTok, and I don't know how many people know, because I had not seen anything on any of my other social media feeds. So this is me informing you. Please do your own research, but yes, we bombed Iran today.
Well, of course you didn't hear anything about the attack on Iran, because you are in an echo chamber, and not a good one. You need to unplug from that hive mind, my dear.
You know, I don't think they realize that if we do in fact go to war, if war is declared, not that it's like we're in war now, but they haven't declared it anyway, like the majority of us, me being an elder millennial, I'm speaking mostly for millennials, chime in here if it's the same for you, we're going to stop doing the little bit we've already been doing. We are waiting for the word to stop going to work, stop paying our bills, stop worrying about credit, stop doing all of the bullshit. Like, the majority of us are...
Wait, that's BS? What? Going to work and being responsible is BS? That doesn't make any sense.
strapped and ready to fucking go with our food and water reserves. We've got all our skills lined up, like we're fucking ready. I don't think they realize that if we legitimately declare war, we're not doing this anymore. If they really believe that any of us are gonna actually go fight in this fuckery,
Well, I mean,
do they legitimately believe, like, even if there was a draft and it became like mandatory?
well, then it
Have
would.
you met us? Have you?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, some of you. Not all millennials are like this, but yeah.
You met us. So, like, just do the thing, babe. Just do the thing.
Do the
I just
thing.
want to know how I'm supposed to do my job when we bombed Iran and we're just supposed to like go around about. We're just supposed to get these boxes out
What?
without being worried. I just need somebody to explain to me how I'm supposed to not crash out.
What does bombing Iran have anything to do with what you do for your job? You shouldn't even be thinking about that while you're at work. I mean, really? How's it going, everybody? I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that if you'd like to sponsor a future episode, you can do so with a PayPal link and a Super Thank link down below. You can also pick up a cool shirt like this Liberal Evolution, some authentic Idle Hands merch from the store anytime, 24/7, and also follow me on X at Idle Hands Dave. All right, thank you, and let's get back to the show.
Apparently there's a very not serious fire in Duncan right now. Nobody seems to care. What the actual fuck? Like, one of you guys needs to do something. That's crazy. That's not gonna help. Do you guys have like do you have a fire extinguisher? Do you know where it is? There's gotta be a fire extinguisher here somewhere. Do you guys have a manager you can call? Yeah, there you go, fire extinguisher, right there. Here, you want me to help you? Hold on, let's just put this here. So you're gonna pull?
Yep. Point and shoot.
Aim.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're gonna have to call the fire department.
Good job.
You're welcome. Holy shit, I just saved the Warwick Duncan. And lost a nail, but I'm good. Everybody's safe. Holy shit.
All right, just a couple quick things about what we just saw. First of all, I cannot believe, well, I guess a few things. First of all, I can't believe that pretty much nobody cared about that fire. Like, they just, I'm sure they knew about it, but they're like, whatever. And then that one chick, like, grabs a broom and just, like, waves the handle up there. Like, that's going to do anything. Second of all, like, how come nobody there of that generation, they look like they're all Gen Z, how come nobody knew how to, like, put out a simple fire like that? Like, it shouldn't have been too hard of a task. It wasn't roaring out of control or anything. And then I guess the last thing is kudos, I guess, for the person just filming it. Like, she should have taken action sooner, but she was a little proactive. She put out the fire. However, that extinguisher was so overkill, and like now they pretty much should shut down for the rest of the night because they have to clean up all that stuff that came out of the extinguisher. So I don't know if she made matters worse or better. But anyways, Jefferson's Violin says they forgot to download the app for extinguishing the fire. Because that's the only way they know how to do anything, I guess. Pancake Nipples. Kind of a cool name, but kind of not. I don't know. But anyways, Pancake says, what a bunch of effing idiots. Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, so I mask because I believe that everyone should be able to breathe and breathe again, you know, to respire, and that we should all be able to consent to feel together, right? I am disabled and immunocompromised, and I've been masking for 5 years, and I love to find ways to make it pleasurable, to make it sustainable, right? And so as a play artist, my work really centers around respirators, whether that's through clowning, and viewing the respirator as a neutral mask of relationality. When we think about traditions like Commedia dell'arte, or in Respiratica, audio erotica, that, you know, always already assumes that people are wearing respirators and masking, and, you know, then also including, you know, respirators in the erotica. So, yes, of course, and thank you for masking too.
Yeah, those people that wear masks that are rocking the starter kit, and you know what I'm talking about, they are definitely in a cult. And I'm pretty sure the lady that we just watched, I think she's kind of somehow turned this mask wearing thing into a fetish, which, how does that happen? I don't get it.
Hey, so we need to start ripping their fucking masks off. Those agents, those unidentified agents who are covering their faces and don't have any sort of decals on their clothing, rip their fucking masks off. I just saw a video, this happened less than an hour ago, of the mayoral candidate in New York City, Brad Lander, get shoved into a wall and arrested by men in unmarked uniforms, in masks, surrounded by journalists and other people, literally get pushed into a wall, arrested, and kidnapped. Nobody knows where they took him. Nobody knows where they took him. Take off their masks. Just start ripping their masks off. What the else are we supposed to do? Literally, I'm sitting here. It's just Tuesday. It's just Tuesday. Every day I wake up and I think it can't get any worse than it already is, and then something else happens. They've also confirmed that we're now involved in the conflict with Israel and Iran. Why am I going to my 9 to 5? Why am I going to my job? Why am I paying my bills when all of this shit is happening? It feels so fucking useless because we might not even exist in a fucking week.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Please try to rip off their masks. I would love to see the FAFO situation that would occur from doing just that, because it would not end well for you. I'm sorry. This next clip has a lady that kind of sums up rather well, I guess, in a more formal way of what's been going on between America, Israel, and Iran over the last few weeks, and it's kind of entertaining. Check it out.
All right, I did a serious video about what's going on in Iran, but now I'm finna break it down in a nutshell of what happened, all right? Okay, so from the beginning, well, somewhere from the beginning, all right, Netanyahu, I call him Yahoo, that's the man over there in Israel, right? He kept saying, hey, Iran got nukes, and I'm going to go and hit their ass up because they got nukes, and they keep saying they're going to wipe us off the map, so I'm going to just hit his ass first. Donald Trump said, okay, let me tell you what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to send my folks over there. I'm going to send Tulsi Gabbard over there, and she going to see if they got nukes. So she went over there with her intelligence team in March, and she said, hey, it look like they ain't got no nukes. And Trump said, all right, cool, that's fine. They ain't got no nukes. He done went and told Yahoo, listen. She done went over there and checked. Rock and roller Ayatollah ain't got no nukes. She done went and checked. So I'm going to need for y'all to chill out, and like my plan was, is peace, and we all finna make some bread. Well, Yahoo just wasn't satisfied with that shit because he war hungry. Looked like he want to stay in power forever, and as long as they at war, he gonna keep his seat. So he was like, nah, I know they got some nukes, and I'm finna go over there and strike their ass. Donald Trump was like, hey, player, don't do that. We want peace. Well, Ayatollah Khomeini said, rock and roller Ayatollah, he said, death to America. Trump said, look, I done already told you I ain't in that shit. I'm not sending Israel no money. I'm not sending them no weapons. I'm just not in that shit. Leave America out of this. We ain't fucking with nobody. We want peace over here, right? All right, they get into it. Israel go and bomb their ass, and I'm talking about bomb their ass, right? So rock and roll Ayatollah was like, oh shit, oh this how we playing? All right, everybody finna feel it. Donald Trump said, hey, who the fuck is everybody? I just told you, America's not in it. We don't want nothing to do with this player. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, we want peace. We really want y'all to shake hands, but since y'all on that gangster shit, we just gonna bow out gracefully. They said that shit again, death to America. Everybody gonna feel it, sending out all them threats. So DJT ain't finna take that shit laying down because he always been a G, uppercase G at that. So Trump was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen in 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks, if we ain't broke a peace, then we gonna figure something out. Well, behind the scenes, DJT was like, well, I done found out you got 3 sites where you could have been making nukes. And so since you still talking big shit, big game player, I'm finna send some shit over there, and we just gonna get rid of that shit where you could have been making nukes, all right? Boom. So he go and send 3 strikes. He just obliterated 3 nuclear sites over there in Iran. And when I say nuclear sites, I'm talking about where they could have been making bombs underground, right? So what they drop could go through, like, I think 20 feet of concrete, you know, like the big shits, right? So they just went over there and they obliterated 3 nuclear sites. So Trump basically, from what I can see, is saying, all right, what you thought they had, I done went and took that shit away. Now you ain't got no reason to keep going over there and fucking with them. I told you I wasn't finna get rid of their supreme leader, rock and roller Ayatollah. He's still over there. And as for you, rock and roller Ayatollah, keep our name out your motherfucking mouth like I told you from the beginning. That's it in a nutshell. Now we gonna see how this shit go. North Korea pipe down, China pipe down. Cause again, we ain't scared of shit now, but we do want peace. Now let's get together, stop all this beef so we can make some bread. That's it in a nutshell.
And somebody in the White House needs to take Trump and sit his ass the down.
Jeez, settle down,
like,
dude.
already hard, and then we gotta worry about this bullshit. Ever since you stepped foot in the motherfucking White House, you ain't did nothing but cause motherfucking chaos.
Jeez, gonna break your neck, dude.
I'm not getting out there and fighting no motherfucking body. I'm on our red side. I'm on that motherfucking
man.
side. The U.S., I don't give a damn.
Someone get that man a neck brace. Cause he's gonna need it.
One man just started World War III.
Okay.
One man just started World War III.
The Ayatollah? Yeah.
One man.
Oh, okay.
Just started World War III.
Anything else? No? Okay. Yeah, and Iran had nothing to do with this conflict. But wait a minute. Yes. Oh, breaking news. Okay. Wow. Well, not surprising. Okay, we'll get it on. Thank you. All right, that was my producer. We have breaking news, everybody. It's going to be a shocker. But this just in. Court in California orders Trump to immediately rebuild the nuclear sites in Iran. Of course, that's not real, but I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened in the next few days or so.
America is not winning a war with Iran.
So full offense intended here, I actually wrote down a list of non-military United States personnel that would certainly defeat Iran in a boots-on-the-ground combat situation.
All right.
Up first, I wrote down the greater 5th Ward area in Houston. No arguments there. Pretty easy W.
I think that might be kind of an inside joke. I don't understand that one. If anybody in Texas knows what he's talking about, let me know.
After that, I wrote down Philadelphia Eagles fans. I know I'm a Cowboys fan, but you guys genuinely scare me, and you would scare any Middle Eastern army as well.
True.
After that, I actually wrote down the Philadelphia Eagles football team. Saquon Barkley, that defensive line. Can you imagine giving Cooper DeJean an M16 and telling him, hey, buddy, no safe words, have at it. Easy W right there. I also wrote down the Florida meth heads. If we can somehow round them up, get them together, that's a very lethal group. I also wrote down Louisiana Alligator Army. If we gave every SWAT person from Louisiana their own alligator and had them storm the front, Iran would I run away. Get what I'm saying there? I also wrote down Amazon, like the company. Trillion-dollar corporation, all their drones, technology, AI, robots, Easy W. And lastly, I wrote down anyone that has driven a tractor in the past week. Don't let the country boys get involved. It's going to be a clean 4-0 sweep against Iran if they do.
What I'm about to show you, my friends, is a little hard to see. It is the devastating effects of rampant TDS in people's lives and how it affects them physically. Prepare yourself. It's a little shocking. Here we see that in just a few short years, the devastating effects on the physical appearance of people suffering from TDS. I wish we could help them, but I'm just afraid that, well, they're just retarded. I came across this meme and I just don't understand why this is even a question, because it's very clear what the answer is, but let's check it out. People think my boyfriend is gay because I'm transgender.
That doesn't make me gay, huh?
Well, at the very least, he's bi. I mean, let's be serious. There's really only two options, just like there's only two genders. But there's only two options here. There's no gray area in between. There's no wiggle room here. Why? Like I've said before, and I'll say it again because I'm about to say it right now, every single person that touches an ICE agent or even just a regular police officer in those situations, they need to be arrested immediately and taken out of the situation. These people need to learn consequences somehow. So I guess the adults in the room have got to be the ones to do it.
My page is very pro-black. I'm never going to get off of white people's necks. I don't care. All of y'all ain't bad, but most of y'all are. It is what it is. And y'all can't be mad at me for saying these things. And what are y'all going to do about it? Y'all be in my comments typing paragraphs. Y'all be mad as fuck. I don't care. I said what I said. I'm never going to get off y'all necks.
I'm assuming that phrase, I'm not going to get off their necks, is a reference to George Floyd? Or was that some kind of phrase that was happened before George Floyd? I'm not going to say he got killed, but he committed suicide, basically, with ODing on all that fentanyl and whatever else was in his system. But that's another story. But I'm just wondering if that phrase is attached to Floyd. I'm pretty sure it is. But anyways, I do appreciate that she was a little bit honest in saying that not all white people are bad. Just some. All right, I'll give it to you.
Congratulations, MAGA. Y'all voted for cheap eggs and got war instead.
That's it for tat, I guess. I don't know.
Great job. You really all of us.
Oh. Well, that's kind of ironic that you talked about eggs, considering your head kind of looks like an egg. A little bit. That's funny. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. The dominating news right now is, of course, that President Trump annihilated 3 of Iran's nuclear sites. He went a little bit proactive, but I think it was the right move. Check it out.
Fox News alert. Here's the president.
A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Razencane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
All right, my friends, that's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. This first and actually only clip, it's a little bit of a shorter nuts segment, but this is a goat that is apparently cleaning himself. I've never seen this before. It's actually a little creepy, and I'm not sure. This goat seems to be breaking the laws of physics somehow with what he's doing. Anyways, check it out. Francis White says, "Don't you love it when your shawarma cooks itself?" I guess I've actually never had shawarma, but listen, it's a little unsettling. I've never seen a goat. Why wasn't its fur anywhere like erupting in flames or burning out? I don't know. It was weird. It was a little unsettling. It was a little weird. I'll be honest with you. Oval Redenbacher says, "Pretty sure that's the devil right there." I would tend to lean into that assessment, my friend. It's time for Dave's Detox. He's got the zoomies on the trampoline. Oh boy. Got a new friend. No! Oh! Ouch! Aw, what a cutie! Oh no. Oh, what a jerk. Just sits right on him. Gotta get that butt rub in. Oh, nice. Wow. He's got more skills than I do. He's the snowman. Oh, that's awesome. I'm not sure what they're... Oh, is it... It's because the cat is there? What? Nice. That looks like a lot of fun. Oh. Okay, passing cans? Oh, they're putting away the can? Okay, that's pretty good. Bit too hard. Oh, that's what you get, I guess. Oh. Oh, come on, buddy, you can do it. You can do it. Nice. Dog's like, oh man, come on, really? Ew. You cannot pay me enough to drink out of that bowl. That's pretty nasty. Well, my friends, that is a wrap for today. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, and share with your friends. And again, I just really want to emphasize, please like the video, even if you don't like it. I'm trying to push through the algorithm and get Idle Hands and get the Dave Show in front of more eyeballs so they can enjoy, hopefully, the entertainment that I'm giving you. All right, until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.